sorry if I'm a bit low energy tonight. I am feeling a bit tired. A bit late though. I've been lying down, and I had a big fat cat on me. Oh, I hope everyone's having a good old time. We're going to do some game deving. With some song requests as usual. I really needed to make myself a decaf for starting. I haven't been sleeping well, I think, or enough in the past few days or weeks even. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. It's one of those days. I think I forgot to take my meds this morning. Oh, I forgot my vitamins, and it shows. Alrighty then. Alright. I hope everyone is doing well. Last we left off, it was actually yes, sure, no, not on Copilot. All right, guess we're figuring out how to sharp. Good night. So what I wanted to do was like create classes, because if I remember, I'm not a big expert on C sharp, but I'm pretty sure I can use classes and kind of use that as a way to make all different mobs, create their stats and stuff like that. Got to do like if I use that structure here, I think that's kind of like how you do like essentially add properties to classes. So I did, let's say, max HP, and I can do maybe damage. Private, read only, property name, min HP. Good guess, but no. Damage. And then generate constructor. Over. Public. What is this? Oh, wait a minute. Different. I want this to be consistent. Yeah, what's the... remove underscores. Remember mod? No, you don't want those, huh? Here, is that better? This should be linked to this, I think, right? Parameter, property name, max HP. This is grayed out because it's never used ever. I need a reminder on this. Class properties. Encapsulation. Allowing to expose private fields to the outside when the control matters. Prevents direct access to the internal state of an object and helps maintain data integrity. Yeah, read only, write only. Private class person, private int underscore age, private backend field, public string person get set. Custom get set logic. Get return. Oh, you can even do like a validation. Use an accessor method. Get month, yeah, set. Okay, so usually apparently the convention is like start a property name with an underscore. This one, public. Cache string names for the properties and fields contained as class for fast lookup. Private. I'm already confused. I haven't touched like C# in a while. I have to go back and check what I worked on at work. And this might be even like too much for what I'm trying to do here. Creatures from complex entity better organization. Enemy class newly created C# script. Enter it from Godot class relevant to enemy node. Learn enemy logic within this class, including properties, variables for the enemy attributes like health, damage, etc. Implement functions for movement, attacking, taking damage, handling. Signals, get the Godot signals, objective events. Yeah, so like public partial class or node. Oh yeah, need to check something about the mobs. Yeah, if they need to be nodes or character bodies instead. Probably like character bodies, and then in the scenario where I want like physics to be used and like have like their logic be more simple to manage. Change that. Oh wait, this is the mobs scene, like all the mobs, all the different mobs. Let's see, partial class enemy. Where did I put that C# script? It's in this one. Okay. I guess I can attach the script to anywhere I want. Export, public float, speed, public int, health. Get player node. Using Godot. Yeah, I have Godot here. Maybe the whole get set is like a bit too much. Debugger display. That's just like everything I delete, I guess. Or do I need that? Get rid of this. Okay, it's just like telling me, hey, you removed that, I guess. I can do export. Public in health. So 100, for example. What if I don't want 100? What if I want like a... I'm sure a class is supposed to be something like a constructor, so you can like create different ones. Alright, let's see. Prerequisites. Yeah, we got that. C# basics. There are other creating the C# script first, setup and workflow. An example. A blank C# is common substrate I word. Partial class, private in a member variables here. Public override, void ready. Called every time the node is added to the scene. Yeah, okay. Differences. Pitfalls. Now I counter the following error trying to modify some values. Cannot modify the return value of node 2D because it is not a variable. Traits which are copied on assignment, meaning that you and retrieve such an object from property in the index to get a copy of it, not the object itself. Okay, performance. Current cache is a known issue. Growing pain to be ironed out. Writing the third polygons is possible. It's currently quite convoluted. It's currently not saved and stored when not reloading. HTML strips to the class, and that has a class name that matches the file name. There are some methods such as get, set, call defer, and signal connection method that are on Godot's snake case API naming convention. So when using example call deferred add child will not work because the API is expecting the original snake case version add child. If we can use any custom properties or methods without this limitation. Prefer using the exposed string name in the property name, method name, signal name to avoid extra string name locations and worrying about snake case naming. I have no idea what this means. I want to see language features. Can only use features of both C# and Godot and how they are used together. Type conversion casting. Statically typed language where you can do the following. For my sprite get node. Get node returns a node instance. You must explicitly convert it to the desired derived type. Yeah. As operator. As operator. The as operator returns null if the node cannot be cast. Sprite 2D for a reason it cannot be used with value types. Generic methods. Type checking using the is operator. Preprocessor defines. Okay. Sharp style guy. Use line feed characters to break lines, not CR left or CR. Four spaces of tabs for indentation. Yep. Who does that? Line breaks and blank lines. Yeah, the braces. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Spaces. This Pascal case for all namespaces, type names and member level identifiers, methods, properties, constants, events, except for private. Pascal case. Yeah, okay. Camel case for all other identifiers, local variables, method arguments. Private fields with an underscore at the beginning. Efficient with acronyms, which is got two letters. UI should be written uppercase with letters where Pascal case would be expected, and lowercase letters otherwise. IDs on acronyms should be treated as normal identifier. Sure. Discouraged to use a tie name as a prefix of an identifier. Exception is made of interfaces, which should in fact have an uppercase letter I prefixed to their name. Yeah, choosing descriptive names, that's a given. Variables, local variables, as close as the refer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Diagnostics. Ooh, not gonna get into that. Alright. Still unsure as to how I should do this, honestly. So I can't do this? No, I can. I guess like 100 would be like a default value in this case. I do want to follow at least like the proper naming convention. Private fields is underscore and all lowercase, right? Maybe a max health. Yeah, I guess health and max health. Two different things. Min health? No, I don't think min health is good, but at least I want to. Um, I guess the damage would be a float. Max. Okay, no. I don't even know if max health and max health are useful. I guess it depends on how I track health of instantiated enemies. Speed. HP damage. HP health damage, speed. There anything else I need to consider? I guess if there's anything else I can just take care of it later. Declare types and namespace. Alt enter potential fixes. Suppose get hash code. I guess they should drop a certain experience value. Would this be public or private, actually? It could be private, right? Make field read only. And not something weird going on. There. Speed should be a float. I wonder if health is an int, should damage should be a int as well. Talking about experience mostly because whole like leveling system that Vampire Survivor uses. primary constructor. Public bombs. Health, damage, speed, experience. Yeah, that's the constructor. So I guess that goes in the class, right? Use primary constructor. Okay, sure. So it shouldn't be a character body 2D, not a 2D. If I want to create different mobs, right? How do I use that? Oh, here. Encapsulate. Can use property. Does that make sense? Why is this one public? Three private. Whoa. Hey Jay, what's up? How are you doing tonight? I'm so tired. My brain is barely working. I need some sugar. So okay, good. I just it's one of those days, man. I was excited to game dev, but came back home, we did groceries, and I'm just like, yeah. Well, yeah. I should probably be resting. I mean, I did lay down for a while. Carbone just went. Oh, dad's asleep. I'll just use this chest as my own bed. Alright, what's my objective for tonight? I guess that's what I need to figure out. Like, want to start to integrate some C sharp, but I have to know like where I'm going and what I want to do. I want to create a class I can use, which is like a template essentially, to create all different all different mobs with their different stats and stuff. I guess that's kind of what I want to do. Let's search that on le Google. Create different kinds of enemies in Godot for point One effective approach using it was using inheritance and resource to manage enemy data and behavior. Which your class serves as the base for all your enemies. This class should inherit from a relevant Godot node type and contain common properties and methods that share on enemies. Health, speed, take damage, die, etc. Okay. Base enemy, yeah. Export. So it's just like public float, health, and enemies. Okay. For the properties, I guess. Public virtual void, take damage. Yeah, so yeah, because they can all like take damage and stuff. Health equal minus amount. Health, if health above or below 0, die. Die, Q free, example, remove the enemy from the scene. Physics process, double delta. Oh no, double is the name of the type. Common movement logic. Create derived enemy class. For each specific enemy type, create a new C# class and inherits from your base enemy class. In these derived classes, you can override methods to implement unique behaviors, different attack patterns, special abilities, or new properties specific to that enemy type. So, Goblin, public class Goblin, which is a base enemy, which has been created here. Export attack damage. Yeah, well, I mean, I would probably like do damage would be up here, and I set the damage because they all have an attack damage. Physics process base dot. That's base dot physics process. Call base class physics process goblin specific movement or AI logic. Like for here, for example, it would be the movement that they all do, which is like just like gun straight for the player. But this one's like, okay, do that, like do this, but also do that. Die. Friend goblin defeated. Base dot die. Ogre base enemy. Stomp damage. Take damage. Load amount. Ogre specific damage resistance. Okay. So take damage base dot take damage, which is made here. Amount times 0.8. Nice resources for data modularity. Instead of hard coding values in each enemy scene, create resource files to store enemy data like health, speed, and textures. allows you to easily create variations of enemies while duplicating entire scenes or scripts. Enemy stats resource. Texture 2D. Enemy texture gets set. Max health. Movement speed. You can then load these enemy stats resources into your enemy scenes and use their values to configure the enemy's properties. Scene setup. Create a base enemy scene. Base enemy scene and attach your base enemy CS script to it. Then for each of the enemy type, create an inherited scene from base enemy. Example goblin order. In these inherited scenes, you can attach the specific derived C# script and assign the appropriate enemy stats resource to the exported property. The setup allows for a highly modular and extensible system for creating diverse enemy types with shared foundations and unique characters. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. There you go. Not forget about the die aspect. And die is like Q free. Alright. So I go back here and what I have here, obstacle, skeleton. Let's see. I guess I can do that. Like I could call it like base mob. Base mob. It changed it like instantly, like immediately. I love that. I love that. Like, there's no like bullshit having to like go into like the Windows Explorer and having to like make sure that everything like is named the same thing. Like Godot itself in its file system like manages that for you. Base mob. And let's say I have like a skeleton as my first like, well actually I'll delete the skeleton scene and I'll try to do like the whole like inherited node thing. Load failed due to missing dependencies. Open anyway. Doesn't exist anymore. I guess. Right. The mob scene was not the one I thought it was. Shit. Can I go back? Probably not. Oh well. Guess we start from scratch here. Fine. So mob. Change type. You're a node 2D. You're a character. And you need a sprite. Right, and you need a collision rate. I guess if I use like this red square as my kind of like a placeholder sprite for the base mob, maybe if something happens where there's a problem creating like a specific enemy, if it appears as a red square, it's like, oh, there's a bug. Hey Mochi, how you doing? How's it going today? Rectangle shape. It's like 100. No, it's 50. It's 50 by 50. There's a collision shape. Okay, and the script here is basemodel.cs. I should have basemodel.jd as well, which should be also attached. How can I see which scripts are attached to it? Just working through my. Oh, sorry here then. Over the week from a latte things. Well, I hope your latte has a lot of oat to it. Oh man, I can't get enough of those puns. I want to make sure that both of my scripts are attached. Like, do I? Can I only have one type of script attached to a node? Scene base model is going to be edited. Yeah. Base model.cs .png, but not .jd. So this is not attached, right? Your buns are bearific. They are. I guess I don't need the JD script because like only this. There was only this in there. All right. Well, let's try this. So we're going public instead of private. And I guess let's put everything as a float. No. Type in namespace. Public or predictor type is defined outside of the scope of a name. Has to declare namespaces to prevent name collisions and as a way to organize types in object hierarchy. Types are outside of any namespace or in a global namespace that cannot be referenced in code. Type the namespace. I don't know what to do to remove this warning. Convert to regular construct. Earlier it converted it to a primary constructor. What's the deal with that? Like it looks like from what the fuck. Well, yeah, I need to not believe the AI too much. when it tells me something or a way to do something. What if I remove all this? And this... No, wrong one. All this. Stupid. Where are the curly brackets? I keep forgetting where the goddamn curly brackets are. Oh, it's so frustrating. What? Probably have to just switch keyboards. No, not even. Well, no, yeah, the French keyboard is definitely not gonna help here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, got the closing of the curly bracket. Oh, there it is. Okay. What if I was not able to find it earlier? How many goddamn keyboards do I have? No, that is not what I wanted to do. Why? Why is it not letting me do this? What is that now? Variable. First static object get. Oh yeah, that's a big typo. What? Encapsulate field. Hell. Hello, Morngard. Yes. Bonjour. I gotta love how you just come in, hear me sacré, and I'm like, you're like, oh hello, hashtag Quebec. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, I thought something was wrong. It really shows that I haven't touched any C# in a long while. You know, project. So, well, thanks for coming. Thanks for asking. So with some online friends, a friend of mine just kind of pitched the idea of just like kind of getting into a game design because he's low key hating his job and he wants to get into it. And I've always been interested. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, and but I've always been interested in programming. I do some VBA for macros, and I did dabble into C sharp a little bit for an add-in for our CAD software. And I thought, like, for a while, like, I kind of wanted to, get into game design, like on the side. And Godot was like the obvious first choice for like the open source benefit and stuff like that. So it's a small like Vampire Survivor like game, and I've been working so far on like the basics, like the very like basics of the game itself, like the spawning and movement logic of the enemies, just kind of figure out like how the nodes work, and I'm learning complete behavior. Can't speak. Sorry. Beginner. Move from Uni C sharp to Godot. Never actually got to using C sharp with it. I thought since I already know a little bit of C sharp, I did learn GD script a little bit before getting in there. I thought that C sharp was just would make sense to use, right? Where you could convince your friends. Yeah. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I am being brought a decaf. Thank you so much. Um, you didn't hear that. Um, yeah. Sometimes you just need friends to be like. Uh, wait, what's the? My God, my brain is not working today. I'm so sorry. I've been having a big day. I'm being laughed at. What the hell? What the hell is this? Can you believe this shit? It's supposed to be like the woman in my life who like supports me. She fucking makes fun of me like that.
Wait a minute. I'm not making fun of you.
You know, the more you react to what I say on stream, the more I'll like lean into it, right?
Oh, fuck you.
What was I saying? It's one of those days where like I forgot to take my Vyvanse this morning, and it feels like I am completely and utterly unable to. Yeah, ads. We're gonna wait for ads. I wish I had controls over ads. Well, I wish I could not have ads like at all. You know. This is why I have the little this is fine dog in my furnace right now. He's indicating we're in an ad break. Don't want to like say too much while you can't hear me because ads. I hate ads. I shall eat another caramel. I need some sugar. Need to boost my brain with sugar. That will help, right? That will help me. I'll probably like make the same take this and make it as a C# class. At the end of the day, everything might just become a like C#. Maybe not, or maybe it will, maybe it won't. Know the smell of the game. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Bad timing. As I was saying, sometimes you just need friends going, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." Whenever like you propose something like this, and I think I've been on the cusp of like taking the plunge for a while, and I just needed like a my fiance also like is developing her own game, and I've been kind of scared to like get into it because I'm a total noob, and like it's like her dream project, right? And I guess this one being more of a like, I guess, practice project, or like, like a learning project where other people are also learning with me. Like, I guess like made it more accessible in my mind. Like at the end of the day, it's a mental blockage, right? Like the only thing stopping myself from trying this out was myself. And I've been also looking at game jams and stuff to start just like exploring, making different games, right? Well, we want to actually like start one that has started like last Friday. And yeah, so I've learned like the basics of GD script and trying to get like so for now I have like a little logic for enemy spawn. I'm able to make the enemies like just kind of gun straight for the player and stuff like that. Um, if I attach a script here so that I am able to run the booba, I can run the scene. Can allow me to do that. Fail to build. No. All right. Thanks. Tell me more about yourself, man. I'm trying to get into just figuring out like the best ways to. I want to make that might be a bit much for a beginner. Like I want to like build a good foundation, right? I want to learn how to do things properly because I'm autistic like that. That's just how I am. I want to like I'm gonna triple check whether everything I do just to make sure I get everything correctly, right? Like so I hope that this is correct. I remember like I need to do like the I think the get set thing is a good thing to do. But shouldn't that also have export? Game dev is a hobby since a long time. You make features without a real product in mind, but for a little bit now, I've been working on a big boy RPG. It's a very that's cool. I love that. I think like the best thing to like the best motivator is really like having a project that you're working on, like having a goal in mind, right? Which is like which is why I'm a bit lost right now because I'm like, okay, what's my goal for tonight, right? I every time I have a goal, I guess the goal for tonight is to figure out how to make use of C# classes. So I want to use C# classes to make, I guess, the base class and template for different mobs, different maps, I guess, or all kinds of different things. so that like so that everything kind of runs better and is easier to it's easier to create new maps and create those new enemies where you just kind of like you create the new class based on the base class and you change the values, you tweak, you add like different abilities and stuff like that, right? It's a Doom and Final Fantasy VII mashup. It's like a mashup of the fight music in FF7 in the style of Doom. Hitting walls at C# will solve. Like having generics or interfaces with the idea of mixing nuggets annoys me, so I just work around it with GDScript. Honestly, well, I was afraid of that too at first, to be honest. But then I just kind of looked into it, and you can just use both, and I think that's beautiful. I can have GD scripts and C# scripts. I can have GD files and CS files in the same project. I guess I think you can't attach more than one to a node. It's like one or the other. It's nice and you don't like change. I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. And like the thing is that like my philosophy here is that since I'm learning kind of both, I'm sure that there are certain things that are going to be just better to use GDScript for, like anything that indirectly interacts with nodes. But I want anything that needs a little bit more complexity, a little and better performance. I would use C# for. And right now, I'm getting a feeling that everything might just kind of move to C#. I get this feeling right now that like everything might end up being copy pasted on to C#. But I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I know that's totally fair. I understand that. Like if I was like deving on my own, I would probably like have the Visual Studio on a dev and Godot on separate screens and like do both at the same time. Yeah, why not? I mean, I think it's probably because I don't have the prior experience that my mind is more open. I'm like, yeah, do both. And we'll see where it gets us. It might get me to just use C#, or it might me to use like both in a half and half kind of way. I do like that like both Visual Studio and Godot are pretty good, like telling you like what's wrong with something. Like Visual Studio though has like the IntelliSense that I really like, I really love. Can be marked as static. Then name health does not exist in current context. Yeah, I need to create the field like that. Usually, I think a private should be like that, right? I forgot what the shortcut is to auto rename everything all at once. Is it turned off by default? Really? I didn't know that. Is it in the editor? Deep scene setting. Is it turned off by default? Editor features. Uh, yeah, what's up? File system. visual editors. No. Project settings, debug, PD squared, a ton of stuff. It's in project settings. Like on a, it seems weird. It said by on a project to project basis. Uh, 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 Warnings enable. Warn, ignore. Okay, I see. Enforcing specific typing. And now we're sure, come and get one. Okay, I see. There's a lot of okay, some of them are error. Okay, you can kind of customize your hinting. You can put warning. You can ignore. You can, I guess, you can force. You can error. Yeah. The error is like no, you have to. Yeah, I love those lyrics. Yeah, usually this should be like this, right? And a private though should be read only. Huh. Right here.
You're giving me these last?
No, just put it here so you can like take one.
Okay.
Hey, cool.
There's 3 left. I have 2.
Can you take just one?
Yeah.
Thanks. Leave me the rest.
Oh, there's 2. Okay, never mind.
Read only file field cannot be assigned to be accepted in
Thank
construction.
you.
No problem. Gonna be assigned to except in the constructor or init only setter of the type in which a field is defined or available. I completely forgot like how to do this. I guess I don't have to do it like read only, but I should definitely make it a export. Although, does it? Yeah, no, yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. I have to do this for every property I want to give to any kind of mob. I have to. Anytime I see like one of these little warnings or stuff, like I can't help it. I have to. I have to like fix it, right? Like I have to make sure that it's all good. The health damage, speed, life, thanks intelligence, or copilot or whichever. Ugh. Oh yeah, experience. I call it experience draw or like this, or is it kind of implied that it's like the experience that the mob drops on upon death? It's called experience for now, I guess. Public float. Nope. It's been a really fun experience learning Godot so far, honestly. And I've been watching a couple of YouTubers who like do a kind of share their experience on like game deving stuff. Like I like Inbound Trouble a lot. He has like these really like interesting shorts on how to do like a specific little things in a, and they explains it in like a really cool and visual way. And I think like that's, I think like he's like most of the reasons I gravitated towards Godot. Like my first engine to learn. I've been interested in learning Unity a bit, uh, just so that I could make my own VTuber assets probably eventually, because I don't think Godot can be used for that, even though like it's kind of like the open source equivalent to Unity. But like I have to look into that a bit more. I mean, if downloading and using Unity is free, I don't see why I wouldn't like just try it. Because I know how to 3D model, just not with like a Blender or something like that, but in mechanical softwares. But I can still make the same shapes just in a more mechanical way and export them as a, I don't know, step file, IGES, whichever your DXF. Yeah, okay. So I should just make like public. What's virtual? Virtual void. I just love like it's a function called die. Q free. Use this node to be deleted at the end of the current frame. When deleted, all of its children are deleted as well, and all references to the node children become invalid. Like with Godot object dot free, the node is not deleted instantly and can still be accessed for deletion. And also, save to call node Q free multiple times. Use Godot object is queued for deletion to check if the node will be there at the end of the frame. The node will be only freed after all the deferred calls are finished. Using this method is always the same as calling Godot object free, though through Godot object call deferred. I don't even know if Q free is going to be the what I end up using, because I don't know if that's the correct way of if I use a instantiation logic. I don't know if that's how it works. I haven't gotten to the dying yet. It's kind of been like trying stuff out, but we'll start with this and then we'll see later on. What's a virtual do? Usually always use Q free for nodes unless you specifically know they're freeable. Like if you're creating them at the start of a loop for a temporary thing, and delete them at the end. Okay. Okay, so it would be the correct thing to do. I guess it's because it mentions like it being a node that you want to remove from a scene. So I'm like, especially if I make a game, if we make a game based on Vampire Survivor, well, with following the same idea, which ends up with a lot of enemies at once on screen in the scene. Like, is there gonna be? There's probably some performance thing that I need to like take into consideration with whatever kind of logic I'm going to use for spawning and for removing. Or I'd never delete them and just use pooling. Okay. Well, yeah, I've seen the word pooling when I was like looking and like doing some research. Okay. I gotta look into that. Okay, thanks. Yeah, they're not like it's not like they're not. So the node itself is not created and inserted to the scene. It's instantiated, which is like a different thing. That makes sense. Makes sense to me. Take damage. Yeah, Q3 as soon as you take damage. No. Oh, hell nah. Yeah, minus amount. And then if. Yeah, I gotta remember how to do if statements in C#. And if health is less than or equal to 0, die, monster. You don't belong in this world. And then I gotta do the whole like physics process thing. Override. Yeah, we're overriding physics process. Oh, I already put base.physics process delta. Okay. I guess this should stay there. And so this is where the movement logic is gonna be. So I'm just gonna go into base model.gd, which is these. Let's copy paste this. Actually, I don't need to copy the speed. Well, no, I don't need that. I really just need this, and we'll see if I'm able to get the global position. All right. Direction. Direction is a vector. Vector 2D, I'm pretty sure. Vector 2. Vector 2. Can I declare vector 2? No. Oh, right. Yeah, I need to not like mix and match the two languages syntaxes. Now it's gonna get ugly. Gonna get ugly real fast if I start doing this. Yeah, I need to yeah, it's a private private vector 2 direction vector 2.0. Sure, like just initiate it as 0, or I can just make it global position, blah blah blah. Of course, it's not gonna work. What is this? Expected? Why? Maybe I don't need this. Probably don't. No idea. Alright, am I missing a curly bracket somewhere? It's here though. It's right here. What was this? Something wrong. Something. No, well, this is here. I remove this. This is probably what's been. I don't even know what it does. Like the IntelliSense keeps telling me to put that. If I remove this, is it gonna leave me alone? Okay, now I'm missing a curly bracket. Okay, now it's working. Now everything is fine, right? Okay, something was definitely wrong with the bracket. Okay, okay, it's because of this. Okay, so I need my C# script to be able to get my global variable or something, or maybe get the position from the player, something like that, or the node or whatever. Can be anything. It can be a global variable. It can be anything else. Player position. Okay, how to Godot 4.4 C#. How to get below call, I guess, call variables. It's telling me to do a global C# script instead. How to call variable from a GDS file. Place this variable from a GDScript file with a C# script, and though you need to obtain reference to the node that has the GDScript attached, and then use the get method. Get node, okay. So I just do that in the class somewhere, I guess. Or within the function. If I do node global, let's say, for example, call get node. As a big paragraph. And then just globals. Does that work? The node path. Oh, yes. Field initializer can reference a non-static field method or property node.getNode path. A field initial. Okay, so no, I can't put that here. Okay, so it would be in here. No? Yes? No? Okay, it's still it's bullshit. What's going on? Why do I keep like losing my curly brackets? Hypernames to definition or end of file expected. Huh? Yes. No, I don't want to add the damn debugger display. I got the node. Now what I need on the variable. Once you have a reference to the node, you can use the get method, which is part of the Godot.object. To retrieve the value variable from the attached script. The variable name is passed as a string. You will need to cast return object correct C#. Oh, but wait, it's not a node though. That's just a script. It's not attached to any nodes. Hmm. So I wouldn't get nodes. I would get I guess player character. Copy node path. Blood. What do you mean dot? Player character. This path, but I don't believe that it's a path. So what do I do now? Is that turn C# good? Then character body too. No, because it's from the scene base mob, which is a different scene. I want the position of the player character, which is in. I guess it would be in the map, not the character itself. I mean, I can no 2D global position. I want global position essentially. That's what I want. This is what I want from this node. The C# is there's something weird going on. I have to get the node. Why isn't it working by taking the mob property? I don't know. I do not know. For now, let's okay. I'll put this back to 0 so it stops screaming at me. Why is this telling me that I need a curly bracket? Why this should be fine. This should this is here. 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 Why are you screaming at me? Why are you expecting a fucking curly bracket here? The bracket's here. What the fuck? It's the private keyword. Uh, is that it for real? Am I not allowed to call a private variable inside a function? No. I can't remember. Not if it's not a function, still are limited to the function scope. So that's why. Oh, there you go. I was under the impression I needed to explicitly call like the scope of all the variables, but I forgot it. Not in the case of the inside a function. Oh, figure it out! Yay! Okay. So I have my node here. Now I need to get my variable. So direction is, so I want vector 2. Apparently I need to do this. Oh, it's not globals anymore. Player node. Player character node. Player character node. Dot get. And it's global position. Necessary assignment of a value to direction. Because I'm not using it yet. Yeah, so that's the direction, and then it was during math, during the physics. No, that's the no. Wait, direction is no. Direction. I think yeah, I was playing around with the different types of nodes, so I might have deleted some stuff that I needed. Do I have backups? Is there like a backup I can get? Can I get back some stuff that I deleted? I think I base. Hmm. Has to be a way to get something back, right? I think it should be in skeleton, I think. Skeleton scene, no, it's mobs.gd. Well, essentially, it's the I think it's the move and collide essentially, or move and slide, whichever. So I gotta use. Can I use move? Okay, move and collide. Either move and collide or move and slide. I know that I've been told that move and collide is less strenuous on the like there's like it makes less it makes fewer checks per frame. But the problem is that like move and slide is like the behavior that I kind of want. Maybe there's another way to make it how I want. Wait. Move and slide. I guess I gotta learn how to use move and slide. Move and slide. Method. Oh, I'm not using the right one, I think. In game dev premature optimization will game dev premature optimization will end you. Tell me how it is, huh? Okay, no, it's like that. Am I not supposed to like give like? Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I think you're right. Especially for a first game, you gotta just like do what you think is right and then fix it when it becomes a problem. Obviously, try to do it like the best you can or to the best of your ability and experience. But I try things. Like, was it last time? Last time, yeah, I was streaming with Waba. Waba was working on like the menus and stuff. I inadvertently made a swarm of like bug like enemies because I was playing on with the nodes, the node types, and then because to try to like make it more lightweight. And then when they were like node 2Ds with no collisions, like they were spawning and then like, super quickly like kind of flying towards the character, and then when I was moving around they were like bzzz, all buzzing around like it was kind of crazy. So much to do in the end. It's very easy to check your frame times and see what. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good tip. That's a very good tip. Called in physics process double delta. Yes. Physics related operations. Should be. Or yes, it uses character body to the velocity. Yeah. Okay. So you set the velocity to this property before calling move and slide. Yeah, that's probably what I'm missing. So I need the velocity, velocity vector in pixels per second, use and modify during calls to character body 2D movement slide. The vector 2. It would be, I think, direction times speed. Movement slide. Will I use this? I keep forgetting like which I should use. Probably this one, the private property. Making this class here is nice and all. What if I want to test that? Start by building. Build, succeed. That's a good start. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Close that, and then also delete it. Yes, don't need that anymore. What if I try to run? Wrong scene as usual. Ah, yeah. Mob scene. Then shade, yeah. I need to change that. I need to make like the skeleton scene and stuff. I got a base mob here. I guess that's where I'm at right now. I need to figure out if I make the class, how do I make what goes with the class? Do I make also a scene? I think I make a scene with this script attached to it. Find the base enemy class. Class that serves as the base for all enemies. Class should inherit their Godot node type. It contains common properties and methods shared by all enemies. Create derived new classes. Utilize resources for data modularity. And then load these enemy stats to your enemy scenes and use their values to configure the enemy's product. Scene setup. Create a base enemy scene and attach your base enemy CS script to it. Then for each specific enemy type, create an inherited scene from base enemy.c. Okay. That's where we are at right now. That is where we are. Yeah, base mob scene is here. Okay. And we attach the base mob.cs. Yep. Hello, sir. I think there might be out of date. Please build this C# project. Sure. I literally just did. Oh yeah, I did, but before attaching. Okay. I think the node should have in the inspector should have those properties, right? Because I exported them. Oh. Oh yeah, health, damage, speed, experience, they're all here. Yay. They're in the expector. Okay. Attach your base enemies. And for each create an inherited scene. I've never done that. So let's try. How do I do that? New inherited scene. Okay, so let's call it skeleton. Skeleton. Okay. So these are inherited. This is inherited. Create an inherited scene from base enemy. In these inherited scenes, you can attach the specific derived C# script and assign the appropriate enemy stats resource to the exported code. Okay. So I guess I create a new script. Skeleton.cs, inheriting character body 2D. Yes, create. I'm learning. I'm relearning classes. I had like I knew some things that needed to be. I needed my memory to be jogged a little bit. And then okay, partial class. Yeah. Okay. So this, instead of being character body 2D, it's a base mob class. It's a subclass. Base mob. So it has also its public override of void physics process with the base physics process delta. Yeah. Because it uses the same logic as the base one. Okay. Okay, what if I tried that? Build, I guess. So base mob, blah blah blah. We're going back to script, map, skeleton. Yeah, I already have my little dictionary here. Map 1 has skeletons in it. I append the scene skeleton dot scene in my list of enemies to load, not preload, because it loads with the map, not with the game, because I can't use variables and stuff like that in preload. Okay, so let's try. See if it works now. Oh, okay, they're spawning. Not at the right place though, and they're not moving. All right, at least we're making progress. Making progress. Okay, so they are spawning in a random spot. Not the correct range though, for some reason. Why does my debugger have like 8,000 things? What is this? Godot native interrupt Godot node path node not found player character. Ah, okay, because it can't find the player character node. That's why. Okay. Okay. That's the name of the scene. That's the name of the node. Void base mob. Physics process double system no reference exception or reference not set to an instance of an object. Or Alright, so what's wrong here? The problem's here, and this is where this is the kind of stuff I hate debugging, because the Visual Studio doesn't know. Like can't tell me if this is right or wrong. I guess that's what we're gonna do, huh? So if I place a... Is that gonna work? Can I run? Yeah, I can't just start it directly. Can I do this? Nope. How do I debug that? It is spawning in random places around me, but they should be all out of screen. Hmm. Copying node path. There's no node path for some reason. Hmm. Might be the actual path. Wait, what the fuck? Code example: getting a reference to a node named MyGScript node, assuming it's a child. Oh, that's why. That's what I didn't get. Okay, get node path to node. If the node is a child of the current node or can be reached via a relative path. Get parent, get child node index. If you know the parent of a child and child index, get tree, get root, get node, path to node for global access from the scene. Okay, there's a part that I completely skipped there. So I need to add get root and get parent. Get root, get parent. No, get tree, not get parent. Get tree. Tree root node for global access from the scene root. I still don't know if that works. Returns a scene tree that contains this node. Okay, if this node is not inside the tree, generates an error and turns null. See also node is inside. Get root and get fetches a node. The node path can be either a relative path from the current node or an absolute path in the scene tree to a node. If the path does not exist, a null instance is returned and error is logged. Let's see if it works. Welcome back, everyone. I'm gonna rebuild. Build. Succeed. Let's try it again. Still not moving. Yeah, node not found. Relative to root. The path is still not correct. Okay. Not maxing too much, but your direction isn't direction sufficient. You're totally right. I know. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to. No, that's probably why they're not. Well, no, okay. I just need to fix this first. How do I get fucking? I guess I just have to do this because it's in a folder, player folder, and then in player character. That's fine. I was gonna figure it out eventually. And yeah, I need to make that position. Yeah, that's the player character position. So I'll change the name. Player position. Then vector 2 direction equals position minus player position. That's direction. Something like that. I'm so mad at myself. I deleted the code that I already got. That worked. It worked. Yeah, the position of the mob that spawns is the global position of the player plus spawn position, which is the spawn distance times vector, which is an angle. Well, a distance and an angle, essentially. Hey, being a mechanical engineer means that I know physics. And I went, a vector can be an x and y position, but it can also be radius and angle. And I found it. I found how to do that pretty easily, actually. Yeah, spawn distance, spawn angle, all the good stuff. Physics. We can use physics in games. Let's try this. Build. Still moving. Still not finding the damn fucking node. What's going on, man? Can also try get parent, get child, node index. If you know the parent and child index. New owners? No. What about this path? Would that work? Node path. Input operator string. Where's a string to a node path? Huh. So do I need the... Do I need those? Oh, not, not like I do. That works. Nope. The thing is, I'm looking for a node, not looking for a file. I don't understand. Get a node from another scene. Any reference to a node, file node, parent node, sibling node, assuming it's under the same parent. Access a node using an absolute path from the root. Root main scene, some node. So you would just remove this, get node, and then because like this is the scene and this is the node, and this is the folder. Like this, root, player, quick actor. Still not getting the damn node. I don't get it, man. You're using groups. And also auto load. Yeah, that could also be a good plan. You can assign nodes to groups in the Godot editor. This allows you to retrieve all nodes belonging to a specific group, regardless of their position in the scene tree. Okay. Auto load singleton. For nodes or data that need to be accessible from anywhere in your game, player character sounds like something that you would want to access, like global access to. Consider creating an auto load singleton. This creates a globally accessible instance of a scene or script. Go to project for settings auto load at your script or scene and give it a name, like global manager. Oh, wait a damn minute. Did I just forget to auto load the globals, and that's the only thing I needed to get player position. Correct settings. No, I'm pretty sure I did that actually. Auto load. Global. Auto load. It's here. Okay. Access from any script. Access another method from the auto singleton. Instance some method. Okay, so I need globals.instance would be what I need to do. Begin with capital G. No. Well, I just don't need this. Wait, wait a minute. Some node in global. So I wouldn't need this. I would just need global dot. Not letting me though. It has a lower. Add your script or scene, give it a name. Example, global manager. For me, it's globals.jd. Globals.jd is here. What the? I don't get it. Or do I need to do this here? Global. And though there's a name column, which is how. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? Is that's what I missed? Auto load name. Oh. Oh my. I'm sorry. So sorry. So it's globals S. No, I know nothing about singleton. It's not even letting me. Maybe globals is like too much of a common name. I don't have access to it from here for some reason. Would there be like a using autoload or something somewhere? Godot 4.4 C sharp. Using auto load. Difference is being all you access the auto loaded script or scene from your C sharp code. Create a load scene or script. Create a new C sharp script or a scene that you want to auto load. For a script, you can define static members or properties within the class to hold data or provide global functionality. It would probably have to be it will have to be a globals.cs. It doesn't recognize a global.gd. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Because it's the globals.jd. I convert it to a CS. Create new script globals. Let's call it goal manager. Sure. Let's make it like more like distinct. And then we auto load that. The file exists, it will be reused. Then use it. We'll get through this, guys. We'll do it. Can do this. We can do this. Global manager. Add. C# inherits node, I guess. Probably. Create. Okay. Global manager's here. Okay, so global manager.cs is here. And let's do, gonna copy paste this, I guess. Well, player position, I guess. 2. Player position. Now I public vector 2 player position. If I do this, then I go back to here. Player position equal global manager. Now what? Get dot instance. Okay. Full manager dot can't make an instance. Why? I can't make an instance. I don't even want a node. I just want the variable. Is it because there's no rotation. Um. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Wait, what? Oh, it's because I need to construct. Wait. Uh, no. Yeah, I needed to set the get set. I guess that's what I was missing. Probably. Nope. Oh, they need more work. Okay, they're not as intuitive as they should be, huh? I can't even make an instance. I don't even know why. Or because it's not a scene. It's a. But I think I don't want to. I don't want a global scene. I want a global script. I want it to be a script. Access a variable from a global script in Godot 4.4 using steps. Create a new C# script. Should contain the variables you want to access globally. Oh, did I forget to set it to public? It's a public class. Add to auto load. Because can exist on their own without being attached to an object. Oh, it's because it's not attached to an object? To a scene or something? That node name. Can you create the instance yourself and see what the that is so weird. What the hell? Like it was working like flawlessly in GD script. Now I have to do all of this like gymnastics to get it to work in C#. Jesus fuck. But even still, I can't create the instance. Setting program only source to expose it to GD script once you're done. In C# it's easy, you have to create the singleton pattern yourself. Almost there. What's the next step? I should probably stop being lazy and read the documentation rather than rely on the Google AI. I know, I'm sorry. Global, yeah. The enable column is no effect in C# code. However, if the singleton is a C# script, a similar effect can be achieved by including a static property called instance Passing it in ready. Oh wow, okay, I see it. Yeah, I see it now. Alright, so global manager static. That is weird. That is weird, but okay, sure. Public static. Oh yeah, look, there it is. I just needed to start typing, and it's all there. The IntelliSense says, yeah. I know you want to do this. Yeah. That's get private set, and then player position. Actually, since I have, oh no, it's in global man player position. Could be player variables, could be global manager, whatever works. And then I need to make the ready. Or can I just make public vector 2 like that? Forget about this. It's this that I don't need that. Then for instance, once then access this instance be a static variable forever instead of creating. Okay. Well, that's I learned something today. The point of tonight, the point of these streams is to learn, right? So override void ready instance equal this. This is you. So now, well, if I go into global manager dot instance, I can find player position. Alright, let's see what happens now. Field succeed. Whoops. Global's not, yeah. Gotta add player health too. It was a float, right? Int. Oh, that was interflow, whichever. Max health. Global's not identified. Shrew. This like. Gonna have to. Is there a way to do the opposite? Or can I have both? Can I have like both? That sounds like a nightmare if I need to have both a global GD and a global CS. my dreams of using like both at the same time seems to be crumbling. I mean, yeah, maybe or maybe not. Sort of the yes, I know it already exists. Just why can I not just use the one that already exists? That one. Add. Why not use both? See what happens. Global anything is kind of redundant, available. Global is kind of implied. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And they're still not moving towards it. Debugger is not streaming at me, at least, so that's good. Oh. They don't have a set speed. All this time, I kind of forgot that they don't have a set speed right now. Like, so, like, it's times 0. So, skeleton has the speed. Okay, now I need no, it's really base dot. No, not. I can't call base in the constructor property. Right. Oops. I have fat fingers. Jesus Christ. Base dot speed equal 100. How about that? What? No. Well, something's happening. They be fast. Yeah, they something weird going on there. They're a bit they're still fast. Yo, Blades, what's up? How you doing, dude? They're not really going towards me though. They're going towards somewhere.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Yeah, that's why you're a fat chapel. All going towards somewhere. Or rather, wait. Yeah, I guess that's true. Let's do one. Nah. Oh, hey. Look. Man, they're still going fast. They're faster than me. Oh, whoa. Oh, they're accelerating. That's what's going on. They're not going fast, they're accelerating. What? It looks kind of cool though, but they're not going towards me either. Math is fun. Why are they accelerating? Oh, I remember. I remember why. This is not what I'm supposed to use. There was a function to get the direction vector relative to direction 2. Like that? No. Uh, 2. Yeah, return. Yeah. Because you tell them to. What's wrong with this? Analogy reference is required for the non-static field method or property. Try that again. Player position dot direction 2. No, that. Direction 2. From this vector. Okay, so. Okay. From this thing's global position to player position. Yeah, there we go. That's my direction. Now I remember. Now they're gonna gun for me. They should be, at least. And now they're crawling. I saw them. Now if my skeleton has 10 speed instead of 1, I don't know if I have to rebuild every time, but I assume that this builds when it starts the thing. Yep. There you go. We did it. Oh yeah. They're not going towards me. They're going somewhere. Probably to, yeah, they're going to 0. They're going to the 0 for some reason. Not the players 0, but oh, that's buggy. Oh, I don't like that behavior. But if I change the collision shape, I can probably make it like a little more smooth. Okay. It's probably because global position, player position needs to be, yeah, it's not set by anything. It's just there. It's 0, so they're going to 0. Rate at 0, 0. Everyone just kind of does like a big mosh pit at Ushlag. It's so surprising how the world can be so small. I swear, at some point, just randomly, an old friend from college raided me. He was also streaming. We're both streaming, I think, the same ROM hack of Pokemon. And like I recognized his username. He didn't recognize mine because I wasn't using the same one I was using before. But I was like, Justin, what the hell? Hey man, what's up? Damn, dude. World is small. Is there a way that I can do the opposite where I update or get or set something from a C# script? And because if I want to use both GD script and C# at the same time, I have to be able to communicate between the two of them. If they're both their own separate environments, there's no point. Just choose one or the other. Let me think. Godot or how to assign a value in a C# script from a GD script. Can I do that? Passing connect variable. Maybe there's a better way to do this. Could player position be equal to if I get the node, because global position is a property. Probably can't do that. Huh? Not like this, at least. We'll be in ready, maybe. Script ref. High-level object-oriented imperative encouraging type programming language built for Godot. It uses an indentation-based syntax similar to language like Python. Its goal is to be optimized for and tied integrated with Godot engine, allowing great flexibility for content creation and integration. This script is entirely independent from Python, is not based on it. Wait, what am I looking for? Hello, add integer 4 as a key. Assign the string value. Okay, this is nonsense. Put a class with static variables. The function is simply return the value of a variable when called and could be called from another script because it was a function. That's why to auto loads a little more and actually seems to be the best option for what I'm trying to do. Is even understood under loads for some reason. Able to store one variable per auto load. Okay. Cross-language scripting. It allows you to mix and match scripting languages to your needs. This means a single product can define nodes in both C# and GDScript. This page will go through possible interactions between two nodes written in different languages. The following two scripts will be used as references throughout the page. My C# node property, blah blah blah. Script my property string, blah. Once loaded, see classes as resources. The script can be instantiated with new. My C# script will load. Okay. Yeah, you can load the script. Accessing fields. Accessing C# fields from GDScript. I'll put my C# node dot my property. Okay. So global manager dot oh. So it's a public vector. Player position. Player position? No? Oh. Equal global position? It didn't give it to me in the list, but I was able to type it out and it works. Well, see. See. Whoops, wrong scene. They're moving towards me. It works. Woo! Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember. There's something I need to change here. And Move and slide. Something needs to be removed. Or probably it might be in the scene. Oh, it's right in the scene. In the skeleton scene. In base mob scene. Collision. Yeah, but yeah. Fools Arcade, hello. Thanks for the raid, dude. Get raided. Hey, you're playing Disco Elysium. How was it? How was your stream tonight, my boy? Welcome everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday night. I started off like really again low energy, but the more I got to, do things and like write some good code in here, I'm energized and I probably won't be able to sleep well. Yeah, I should probably play Disco Elysium. I'm hearing really good things about it. Making progress. Let's go. Making progress. That's what we're all about here. It's productivity night. Trying to be productive. We're doing our best. As long as we're making progress, we win. I need to remember where the whole it's slide on ceiling, I think. That's the thing. Or is it floor? Block on wall. If children are jumping at the ceiling, the body will slide. If falls, will stop and will fall vertically. Yeah, I think that. Oh no, it's the motion mode floating. Because we're making a top-down game and not a side scroller. So productive we can't sleep. Woo! Man. That's the thing, right? I am a night owl, but I have a day job and I have to keep resisting the pull of the night. Every night. Maybe one day I'll be a famous game developer and I'll be able to quit my day job and do this. Although, like, I don't hate my job. That's the problem. I love my job. Not necessarily want to, like, quit either. The colony is strong, dude. You know. Yeah, those who know. Yeah, there you go. Now they're not stuck to it. They're not stuck to me like before. Look at that. Making a little Vampire Survivor clone with my friends. It's like our first kind of learning project. So I got this whole. I have the enemies are able to spawn randomly around me, and they all follow me around because they want to kill me. That's dope. I have obstacles. I have a big rock here. There's one thing I'm wondering though, because in Vampire Survivor, when you move through the enemies, right? They damage you, but you still move through them, and you even you displace them when you move through. So I'm wondering how I can achieve that, because yeah, like right now I'm stuck. Big rock is weapon. Now I'm all stuck. I'm stuck. There's probably some kind of setting, some kind of be round. You know, I never thought of that. Let's try it. I'm curious. If I go here, collision, the collision box becomes a circle. Instead of square. And let's do the same thing for the mobs. You are a circle. Let's see what happens. Treasure is hard because the crash hit box is so round, so he slips up. Really? Yeah, if you kind of get caught like tangent between different enemies, like you still get caught. Yeah, but I could see like I could feel like the movements were a little bit more fluid. Oh, I was able to escape! Haha! Get wrecked. Good. So nice. So awesome. Yeah, it works. Works better. This feels like there probably should be some kind of moving platform. I don't have any of those. Disable mode. No. Priority. Pick up. Oh no. I'm wondering if there's a way to, make it so that the character has like a sort of force that it applies. There probably is. There probably is something like that somewhere. Maybe in node force. No. Gotta go to bed. Yeah. Have a good night, dude. Thank you so much for the raid again. Hope to see you later. Physical bone, rigid body. Rigid body derived node used to make bone 2D. He's in a skeleton 2D reactive physics. Physical bone node is a rigid body. Physics body that is moved by physics simulation. Bodies here can be adjusted by a lock rotation, freeze mode. By changing versus properties of the object as mass. Does the character body have a mass? Maybe that's what I need. In addition to the general collision detection provided by physics body 2D, move and collide. This makes it useful for highly configurable physics bodies that must move in specific ways and collide with the world, as is often the case with user control characters. There's probably something like that somewhere. I have a hitbox. I have the collision box. One-way collision. That's what it is. Collision shape, which should only detect collision on one side, top or bottom. No. Item no process physics interpolation. Has to be a mass somewhere. I can add a script to every node. How to add force to a character body 2D node. Adding a force is achieved by directly modifying its velocity property rather than using functions like apply force or apply impulse, particularly used in rigid body nodes. Add a force-like effect. A force vector. Oh. Force direction. Right forward force. Float. Okay, applied force. Add the force to the velocity in your physics process function. Add this applied force to character's body's velocity. No, that's not what I want. Wait. Function. I'm breaking my neck reading this on my other monitor. Auto velocity calculations, input gravity velocity. Apply force over time. Call, move, slide. I think it would be more how to make character. Crow.
Not the bees.
No, not the bees. Indeed, that won't help me. They're throwing bees in my face. Meanie. Push other objects. Particularly rigid body to use to handle collision and apply force or velocity to the pushed object. So, okay, so it's probably like when you detect a collision, yeah, you add the velocity of the force in that direction to the object that's being pushed. Hey, Lucia, what's up? Thanks for the raid. How are you doing tonight? How was Night Rain? I still haven't touched Night Rain. I haven't bought it. I haven't touched it. Unsure if I'm ever going to be honest. But you know, it looks fun. It still looks fun. Did you beat any Light Lords? Trying to find Melania and regular. Oh, gotcha. How many tries now? Crashed game. Oh, the game crashed so hard. No, oh, that sucks. Well, especially when you're getting like, you know, getting a bit riled up after trying so many times. The game crashes. You're like, okay, fuck this. I'm out for right now. How long have you been trying to beat her now? Curious. Was super going to go back in, but it kept crashing. Like once that's fine. Then it keeps crashing. You're like, okay, the game's telling me giving me a message. I'll go tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, dude. Take care. Sleep well. Enter to the collisions returned by get slide collision count and get slide collision. For each collision, check if the collider is a rigid body 2D. If it is, you can apply an impulse or set its linear velocity to simulate the push. Okay, so speed, push force, physics process, direction. Yeah, I need the direction. I already have the direction that I'm going, so that's going to be the direction of the force. For eye range, get slide collision count. Collision, get collision eye. Like for every collision, I guess. Pushed body is the get collider. Apply an impulse to the rigid body. Pushed body, apply central impulse. Minus, or is it a dash? Collision get normal times the push force. Alternatively, you could directly set the velocity. Push body linear velocity equal velocity times 0.5 multiplier. Okay. I get it. Move and slide, and we have a velocity, and I guess we're making a push force. Push force. I need to make it a bar. Bar. Push. Push force. Push force. Equals. Let's say like 100. Velocity is a vector. We have a push. Ow. Allie, what's up? Yeah, I have my velocity. Ow. Collision info. Ayoy. Oh, okay, so I can. Ayoy. Or. Collision info. How's it going tonight, Allie? Full move and slide. Oh, man, it's already past midnight. I hate time. I wish I could stop. I wish I could do this for longer. And move and slide, and then okay. So I make a for loop. I in range get slide collision count bar collision get slide collision I if collision dot get collider is character body You guys ready for Saturday? For the mayhem that's about to happen? Push body equal collision get collision dot get collider. Could have just like that's a bit redundant. Well, is it though? Because this could go here, and then you do if push body is a character body 2D, and then you apply. That's I guess it doesn't save you a line, but if you're going to make get collider a variable, you're gonna make it a variable in the if statement and make it before because you're using it also as your check thing. I think it makes sense. Push body apply central impulse. It's not in the things. But it's working. I don't know why. I don't know how. Get normal time push force. Alright, let's see if that works. Yep. Applies to impulse. If I call non-existent function applies to impulse in base. apply central impulse is not is not a property of character body 2D. It's for a rigid body 2D. That's why. Pushing other character body. If you need to push other character body 2D, you will need to manually adjust their velocity based on the collision. Yeah. Okay, so probably something like push body dot velocity. Yeah, it can just affect its own velocity. Equal itself. Maybe not really. If I subtract my the push force by its own velocity versus just the push force, what does that do? I guess I can try both. So get collision dot get normal. I feel like it doesn't even have to get norm. Oh no, yeah, the normal of the collision. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking like, oh no, it should be pushed in the direction I'm going, but that makes no sense. I would just be dragging everything around. Variable collision info is never used. It's called a... That's true. Why would I... Stupid fucking AI. Yep. What? An indent in class bot. What the fuck are you on about? That's supposed to be there. It's in the function. What? What are you smoking, man? You were working fine before. Oh, I see what it is. It's the classic. It's the classic. Me trying to move around in the test, but I'm still somehow in here, so I wrote a W trying to go up. Well, sure, it's not working. What did I use the push force? 100? Well, thankfully we can put that little dot here. Yeah. The breakpoint. Alright. Velocity. Velocity in pixels per second used and modified during calls to move and slide. Current value, push body, hit collider. If push body is character body 2D, is it? Returns colliding bodies attached to object. Yeah. push body, object ID. Speed up. Wait. Speed of a base mob is 100, I think. No. The speed of a mob of a skeleton is 100. So am I just canceling it out? Filter stack variable. Counter pause array. Yes, base mob body 2D. That's, oh. What if push force is like double the mob speed? Um, I guess maybe 20 pixels per
Hello,
second.
my dastardly Mr. Mustache.
Yeah, that's me. I need to be stopping here, but I just want to figure this out before I stop. You need to push the other character body 2Ds. You will need to manually adjust their velocity based on the collision in the pushing character's velocity. Or the push force or whichever, no? That seems that should be like this is the direction of the collision. Wait, is that why there was a minus? No. God damn it. I thought I found it. Because in the sample code there was a minus. So I was like, oh, are you reversing the normal for it to be like the so that it pushes it away instead of like bring it closer or something? Apparently not. The normal at the point of collision. If I could make like some kind of visual indication. If I had a visual of the direction, that would help me probably a lot. Oh, I need to use move and slide again after changing the velocity. Huh? How does that work? Like this is running move and slide. I have move and slide running here. Like if How does that work? Because this is telling the mob, hey, this is your velocity, move and slide. But on the player, it's like, no, if you're this, so I guess the collision and the push needs to be managed on the mob side, not on the player character side. I think so, at least. Yeah, because I'm changing its velocity directly. Essentially, I just kind of take all this and move it over. So this becomes like a big if, essentially. I think. If you're in a collision, do this. If you're not in a collision, do that. I'm on a collision with the player. If collision hit. You're a character body 2D, right? If I need to have both of them. I need to do this. Ooh. Okay, that might not have been the best idea. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And I'm just make that like high. Anyways, get slide condition. Okay, it's if yeah, I can do that. Oh, it's slide collision count. Get slide? No? Get slide collision count. Oh, it's in God. because it's not in the same environment, so it doesn't have like the goddamn underscores, and it has capitalization. My Jesus Christ, okay. If conclusion count equals 0, returns the number of times the body collided and changed during direction during last call of to move and slide. Oh, right. Equal. Okay, what if what is that like? Is that an int? Int. In collision count equals add collision count. Alright. If collision count is higher than 0 to do this thing, else do this thing. For loop in C# for I C# for loop. Forget the syntax. For loop. Oh, it's for each, I think. For each element in number, yeah, okay. For each, not for each in I in get slide collision count, or in collision count. It's simpler. Alright, it's just a regular int. It's not an array or anything like that. So it should be just like for I equal collision count. I need the parent. I need the step as well. For I equal collision count. I don't remember this is I equals 0. I minus is smaller than 3. I plus. Fuck. Am I fucking dumb? Executes a statement or block statements while a specific Boolean expression otherwise to true. The following example shows the core statement executes its body while an integer counter is less than 3. The initializer section and condition station. The iterator section. Okay, you don't need the iterator. I thought the 40 was different. Like it was like from like 0 to 10 or whatever with a step something. So it would be I equal 0 as long as I is smaller equal than collision count. Collision get slide collision I. About body. Oh no, yeah. Get slide collision, and then get collider. And if it's a character body 2D, yeah. Are pushing body equal get collider. Collider? A collision. if it's character body 2D. If pushing body is character body 2D. I keep forgetting the damn print. The gaming section is never of the provided everybody Godot object. Why wouldn't it be? Is never of fighting body. Non-delegate type to invert if no. 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 How the fuck can you tell me that? Since a Godot object is never of the provided character body 2D type. Oh, I was missing the parentheses. Okay, sure. Why not? If it is, then we change velocity. Velocity equals pushing body get collide. The thing again? Like collision. Oh, it's collision. Collision dot get normal. I wouldn't like times the push force should be like, let's say 500. Hard coded for now. I just want to see if it works. And then I have to call move and slide. Then we'll see where it takes us. Oh, oh, and push. Whoa, oh, up. Can I crash? Oh, what's going on? Errors. Push force declared but never used in the block. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And call. Press. Object is not set to an instance. Huh? Physics process double system null reference exception object reference not set to an instance of an object. Godot naive calls index p bounds equals 0 is out of bounds. Motion results size equals 0. I have no idea what that means. I made the game crash. Oh, yeah, I officially got my first crash. I think that's. I think that this is where we've accomplished something grand here. I have officially made the game crash for the first time. Today's a good day. Hey, I'm gonna try something. What about making it move and collide instead of move and slide? Oh, it needs the vector and the. I need it times delta. I do move and collide. Operator cannot be applied to operands of type. Okay, whatever. Do this. I want to see if using move and collide will make it better. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. What happened? Move and collide was worse, apparently. It just gets it just crashes. Move and collide just makes it crash instead. Alright, we're going back to move and slide. Oh. Oh. It's probably when they start colliding into each other, fucks. Alright. Enough for tonight. We'll fix that later. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. I have two of them open at the same time. Alright, it's time for me to go to bed. Save. Save this, save that. Push. What did we accomplish today? Base base mob class implemented then I guess, yeah, I started trying to get the pushing then. Base mob C# class implemented plus whip push collision. Transfer mob scripts to C# class enemy base mob class. Scenes and inherited scene and class for this specific mob. Collision from the player character into mobs. I guess like pushing force from player character into mobs. Started buggy and crashes. Commit. And here we go. Thanks everyone so much for watching and being here with me tonight. It was a lot of fun, and as usual, I always appreciate everyone coming here, and for those who are also game development aficionados, giving me tips and, you know, just being there, enjoying the good times. And it's time to go to bed. Let's see who we can raid. I'm going, don't worry. Do not worry. Oh wow. Aren't that many people in the game software and game development? Let's see. Megatroid is doing some port. Still being a marathon post. Nice. Fiber the wall. Making his anniversary. Fan base playing some FF9. Let's go raid Zen. Always a fun time to see our good friend Zanbei. Great person, RPG player mostly. Plays a lot of JRPGs. I know she's been playing a lot of Persona lately, and now she's on 559. This is the first playthrough for her, so no spoilers, please. And yeah, have a good night. I won't be streaming tomorrow for people who saw the schedule. I have a thing with some colleagues, and so I'll be back on Friday for fight night. We're gonna be yeah, we're gonna be playing some more Grand Blue because we're having a new character who just came out this week, and I want him. I want to play him. Looks cool. So we'll see if I can afford it. Have a good night. Take care. See y'all Friday. Bye bye.